Fuck you, I'm drunk. Fuck you, I'm drunk. Pour my beer down the sink. I've got more in the trunk. Fuck you, I'm drunk. Fuck you, I'm drunk. And I'm going to be drunk till the next time I'm drunk.
Okay. Need like the makeup lady to come over or what?
If she's decent looking, sure. Fuck yeah.
Spam. Not just any spam. Bacon spam. Why? Because Miles ate all the rest of it. All I have is bacon spam.
Holy shit. I almost choked on your meat.
Okay, moving on. What are we looking at today? Cranberry cherry plum brains. Double fruited smoothie sour. I can guarantee you this one needs a little bit of this. And I will not pour it into my glass and then leave it unsupervised, because that has gone seriously bad multiple times for me. Let's see, cranberry, more cranberry, cherry, more cherry, plum, more plum, sea salt, lactose, vanilla beans. Didn't you know who tell us that the cheetahs, you can look on the bottom of the can? Here's, just so you don't think I'm cheating.
Oh, you got my can.
Does yours have it?
Mine has it.
Okay, I'm the pre-guess and say 6.5, but then I'm gonna try it and I'm gonna hope it's more. By the way, I hope. Sorry, EMT rail fan. The camera is. Might have to just like.
All right, what gets covered?
What gets covered?
Yeah.
Well, we still got room here. I got 2 more spots right here. By the way, did you see the last one? The Mass Shadow from Drecker? That's pretty cool looking label. Of course, Matt bought it because we know that you are not an IPA fan.
I need to do a YouTube channel. Be not IPA fan.
Yeah, these always have something on the bottom. But what amazes me is I leave it like this and walk away, and when I turn around, and it is happening again, I am getting growth. I was kind of looking forward to this. This might be good with a shot of vodka.
Or a shot of Odin's-Skull.
Oh, I forgot to bring the... for like a week now, I've been actually thinking, what'd be really good? Is to actually do
Sex?
old time. The 2 years I've been thinking that would be fun. Doing the whole salt.
You got lemons?
I got lemons, limes.
Salt? Let's do it.
I told you.
Let's get Matt down here.
Oh, God. The good tequila I left upstairs, but we can use that one.
Let's go get the good tequila.
Well,
it isn't the fucking...
I'm not saying that that's bad. I'm just saying that the one that Rich bought is upstairs.
Oh. Okay. Is it that stuff, the, what's his name, stupid actor,
This one was, Rich said if you like Cabo Wabo, that this is a compatible match, but not as expensive.
Okay.
But it was still...
No, Sammy Hagar isn't stupid. I'm not saying Sammy Hagar. What was the...
In a tequila? Dan Aykroyd had vodka.
Yeah, Dan Aykroyd
Skull,
has vodka.
Which I have a skull. Because Din Scourge is always, do an infinity shot out of the skull. Eat me. Actually,
he was,
it's not that bad.
Cheers.
Obviously, we screwed up. It should have gone over there. Look at all the brains in a row. Should have put all them in our... See, this was never planned in the first place. And then we got obstacles up here. A light socket that I don't use except for Jim almost electrocuting himself. He goes, I can tell just by the click. And I go, okay. He goes, it's off right now. I go ahead, stick your finger in there. And he goes, well, let's test it. Screw the bulb in, and it turned on, and the look on his face.
Holy shit.
So the other day, there's that's another brains. The other day,
Brains? You know where there aren't brains?
Matt can't make it today. Yeah, okay. So I made fun of him the other day. I said I recommend the movie The Menu, but if you're someone like Matt, I don't recommend it because you won't get it and you won't understand it. It's a real cerebral kind of movie. It's really good, but it's like you have to think. So what does he do? When he was over here before I turned the camera, I should have turned the camera on. He's like, "Yeah, I heard you make a comment about me." Yeah, you didn't even get the insult, did you? No. I go, well, it's a lot funnier when you think that you're getting jerked around or getting when your buddies are taking shots at you. I tell you what, watch the movie The Menu.
It's even better when you take a plane shot.
I told him, better yet, let me prove my point. Watch the movie The Menu and tell me if you liked it or not.
What is it on? It's on the menu!
HBO.
Oh, fuck.
It's about like the ultimate experience eating. This restaurant, it's like, I don't know, like $1,300 a person to come and experience it. It's on an island, and the whole thing is about the experience. And he's just like, it's a great movie. It's one of those movies where I bet you if you watched it 4 times in a month, you'd find and pick up different things, different parts. Because the first
little shit hidden in the background.
The first time I watched it, it was like, all I had was feedback from Lily. And lately, Lily's suggestions have been spot on. If Lily, and I hate to say this out loud, but if Matt suggests it, it actually has been right on also. But kind of 2 different sides of a scale. You got the water bong and corn chip side. And you got the champagne and caviar on the other. No, Lily highly recommended the black phone. That was if I'm gonna have to sit and watch a horror movie, because that's what Christine is into, all these horror flicks. If I'm gonna watch something that
you're gonna end up fucking murdered.
If I'm gonna watch shit like that, it's movies like The Black Phone. With
Ethan Hawke?
Yeah. Even Christine goes, "Who in the hell is playing him?" I go, "That's Ethan Hawke." She goes, "That's Ethan Hawke?" I mean, you go from Black Hawk Down, where it was like, then here he's like a freaking nut job, and his character is great. It's like you never start to fall for him because you already know he's done terrible things, but yeah, that was a really good movie. And of course, I've already said it. If don't listen for the next 10 seconds, if you don't want anything given up, but. Me, I'm a frickin' romantic. And the movie where the good guy stabs and wins at the end, and you're like, yeah! The credits start to come up, and he gets to about right here, and like a fucking hand crawls across the ground and kills him. The movies where everybody dies, no matter how good it looks for a moment.
Cabin in the Woods.
Oh, they all made it. No, they didn't.
Cabin in the Woods was really good.
That was a messed up movie.
Fuck yeah, it was.
I've seen that a couple times, actually. You think it's going in a completely... It's like, what just happened? That is literally a... mind blown.
I think the best part of it is when the hand comes up the ending. Like, what the fuck?
See, yeah. But no, The Menu is... Don't get me wrong. My passion.
Do they eventually, when they go there, do they end up being the food?
I cannot tell you how it ends. That's part of the experience.
They end up being the food.
No.
You're fattened up for the slaughter at the menu.
Okay, I'll give you at least this much. They do not end up being the food.
See, that would be perfect.
But somewhat expected, though. the way it starts to go from being normal, the whole experience about the menu and the nuances of the food and the scenery.
And then it starts being like,
and then it starts to.
Yeah, this is Jenny Johnson's 6-week-old puppy. We marinated it in teriyaki sauce.
Oh, and they don't eat anything. They don't end up eating anything that turns out to be, like Billy, or Mrs. Johnson's dog, or
What the fuck? See that's how you grade fucking suspense.
It's all real food.
Hey, Miss Johnson's dog is real food.
Okay, 10 minutes in. Okay. Oh, she's got one of those shirts that it almost looks like you can see her nipples. First in is Clyde Shocking, saying first. Then he says Whiskey and Revolution for All. This is also shocking. Then Miles says first day of the rest of my naked life. Also disturbing. Rich Huff, N8RRRBRPH.
Hang on a second.
No. Rich says cheers all.
Cheers, Rich.
Redneck says greetings, Captain. How are you feeling tonight? Well, sometimes you just don't know until like 45 minutes to an hour after I've put anything into my body. I'll put it this way. I had breakfast. The only thing I've had so far today was breakfast.
This might be vinegar now.
No. Everybody says whatever it is what it ends up being when it comes out of the bottle. What? Did you open it?
It's been open.
Why?
It's been open for a while. This stuff's been here for like 9 months.
Yeah. Nordic honey wine. If you haven't been here in the past, the Odin Skull is Nordic honey wine with sour apple juice, hops, and cinnamon added. And then this is all wrapped up by it being 19%. So,
which is kind of surprising because what was that? What was the toppling timber?
I really do like the bottle. Did you take the last one? I mean,
I haven't taken.
I've had several people
Several? Holy shit! He ain't even drinking, and he's already
like that one there. You said we should save the bottle. You know what this where would I have? You know what it would look like? 10 years. 10 years of reviewing beers, and if I saved one can or bottle from every. At one point in time, there was a shelf here, and I was saving some of my favorite ones.
All right, hey guys, today we're drinking. Fuck, we gotta pick that up.
I mean, I already do that. My bottle opener always falls, and Trump, grab him by the pussy, always falls. I'm going to start with just a quality check. And this right here represents all that I plan on having of this, Miles.
Holy shit.
The last time he convinced me to have split a bottle of this, I think I was slurring my speech and I can't remember what happened the rest of the night.
His ass hurt.
Oh, God. Wow.
Are we drinking with Grandma today?
Grandpa.
Grandpa?
Yeah.
I thought it was Grandma's glasses.
Yeah, well, it's my channel. I can switch shit if I want. I feel better about nice tits. I feel better about having a drink with Grandpa sometimes. Grandpa does so much for me. I know a lot of you probably just think I'm a nut job, but you know how many times I have lost something and I asked for my grandfather's help, like even down here, and then the next minute it's like sitting. I'm like, no way. No way. I can tell you for 45 minutes, there is no way that part was sitting right there. But it turns out that's what happened.
I never got to meet either of my grandfathers.
One of the things that I'm most saddened by is I didn't get to meet Christine's mother, and I didn't get to introduce Christine to my grandfather. My grandfather would have really liked her.
So, when I was in recruiting school in 2008, I went to see my uncle in North Carolina, right? We're sitting there on the last day of Memorial Day weekend. we're sitting, we caught crabs in the in the crab trap. We were having fish. He cooked a real nice dinner, and we're sitting there, and he looks at me and says, "Miles, you remind me of my father." And his dad was apparently one of the most amazing people. You know, like my father has said he was an amazing person. My mom did. By all rights, I've heard he was, you know, one of the best people in the world. Would do things for people, would help people.
Your grandfather?
My grandfather on my mother's side.
Did we have the same grandfather? My grandfather, well, for starters, he used to own his own business. Halimax Garage. I think it's where the Sammy's Pizza is up in Woodland right now. And this was a guy, if the phone rang at 2 o'clock in the morning and Mrs. Jones was like stuck or her serpentine, well, I guess I don't think there was a serpentine belt. Well, I guess there would have been. If a belt went out and someone needed help and they called him, he'd get up, put on his boots, and go out and help somebody.
Yep.
He was just the nicest guy. And I had never seen him mad. I had never, in my entire time, from when I could remember until the day he died, that I ever heard him use any profanity. I know, Tertisius and Smile Money, I get it from, obviously, somebody else. Now, my favorite moment ever in history, because I'd also never seen my grandfather mad, I used to go and borrow his boat, and we'd spend our lawn mowing money, me and Joe Colo. We'd get gas, we'd go up to our cabin, and we'd spend the day water skiing. Relatives had cabins on this lake, and they called my aunt called my grandmother and said we were reckless, and blah, just lit her up. And I backed the trailer back into place. The house, by the way, it's still there, is right behind Double Denny's. Well, actually, the sports
Double Denny's.
Yep, in Woodland, Denny's Hardware. Now they're like Denny's Lawn and Sport or whatever. They're across the street, right next to the grocery store. Mm-hmm. They're Allendale is the.
Mm-hmm. I know where that's at, roughly.
Right there. And I get the trailer. I get the boat backed up the driveway in the place, and I go in the house, and my grandmother is she's just, her face is all red, and she looks like she just wants to hit me. And she goes, "Your aunt called," and I'm like, "Oh, okay. What about my aunt?" It's like you need to go outside and talk to your grandfather. And I'm like, oh, if she's this mad, and they're mad at me because evidently we're water skiing too fast.
You're water skiing, bitch.
It's a 55 horsepower boat. How frickin' fast can you go? I'm like, oh my God, I've never seen my grandfather mad, and now he's mad because of me. And I'm like, oh shit. I go out to the garage, and I open the door, and he was working under, I think he was actually working on my mother's car. 1966 Vista Cruiser station wagon, burgundy. Oh God, I wish I had that car today. It's almost like it was like slightly newer version of the Nomad. So he slides out, and now he sees me, and he starts to get mad, and he slams the cabinet where he always kept like paint thinners and automotive shit. And he turns around and he looks at me and he goes, "Your aunt." And I'm like, "Yeah?" She goes, "Called, and she's raising crap. And she's like, said that you and Joe were out there and you were water skiing too fast." And I'm like, oh, okay, here it is. I'm going to have to explain, even though I don't even know what I've done wrong. And he goes, "Water skiing too fast?" He goes, "Oh, I hate those idiots." And he goes, "Here's what I want you to do, Eric." Reaches into his pocket, and he pulls out his wallet, and he hands me $15. He goes, "The gas for tomorrow's trip is on me. You and Joe have a good time." And I'm like, "Grandpa, I love you."
I'd like to have met your grandpa.
My grandma thought I was gonna get my ass chewed or something. She was, oh yeah, I love them both. Don't get me wrong, but Grandma, you're no grandpa. And that was so funny though. That just went completely different than I saw it in my brain.
So speaking of water, I guess Frankie wants to go ice fishing on the 29th at that United Northern Sportsman Tournament.
Okay, you guys have fun.
It's going to be interesting, Eric.
Yeah, interesting is when my finger rips and goes through the toilet paper, but doesn't mean I want to do it again. A little. It's kind of the surprise that always gets me each time.
Is it a different finger each time?
The closest you're probably ever going to get me is if Jim wants me to come ice fishing. Have you seen the inside of Jim's portable ice fishing?
Oh, I know.
Extravaganza. If I showed you a picture, you'd go, "That is one damn nice looking man cave." Big TV on the wall.
When I worked at
It's like
when I worked at Burnix for their little beer tasting fest they had, they brought in the Liney Lodge. It was like a 28-foot ice house. It had more room in it than my house did. It had rooms. It had a bathroom. It had a shower in the bathroom. And it's like, what in the Jesus fuck?
Mike says, "Cheers,
wait a
mofo."
second, Eric. Wait a second. Are those ballistic plates over her breasts?
We gotta protect the good stuff.
I mean, what if she gets shot in the stomach?
Yeah.
I mean, I'd shoot all over her stomach.
Redneck, hey, I'm in the first 10 comments tonight.
There's a dude hanging his dick out in the background. What the fuck?
Redneck, I don't think keeping the data on your phone is any safer than keeping it in the cloud service like that app. Don't think for a minute your phone is secure. Now, everybody do what you want to do. I'm at a point where I honestly don't give a shit. I wanted some way to inventory my stuff, and this particular app is kick-ass because it was everything that I stood here and told you guys I was looking for, and it was in one app. If you want to believe that the ATF...
They already know what you have. You haven't... They know what you have, Eric.
No, I don't want... This is not public information, just so you know.
Then don't fucking say it on video.
I'm not.
That is some brown fucking nipples. Holy Christ.
You've seen the inventory, right?
I've seen most of it.
Put a number, not a count, but
69.
But a dollar amount. Put that in your brain. You have it on everything.
Sure. Yep.
Okay.
And it's an honest number that isn't 69.
I'm almost thinking, take the number that you have and now double it.
Hang on.
Carry the 2.
$53,000 would be double what I thought.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Holy shit! Double it again.
That is just the pistols.
Holy shit! If this house burned to the ground, you'd be fucked.
I don't even know how it.
How are you going to afford insurance, man? It's going to be higher than your goddamn. If they don't start doing it, like we're not going to insure you if a gun in the house.
Oh, that's coming.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We're not going to allow you to use our credit card service if you buy gun parts. I hope these people I hope every of these woke groups, this is a moment in history where they found out that do stupid shit, win stupid prizes. I honestly think there's more of us out there. The smallest percentage of these woke, joke, transgender people. Something just popped up. All these idiots are not. They're just getting microphones. They're getting the time. The government. This is exactly what the deep state wants. I'm
gonna tell you what. You don't fuck the Pulitzer. They are some intimidating motherfuckers.
I'd like to see that Greta on a firing line somewhere.
You know what? No. What you do is you take.
Get it over.
What you do is you take and you get Greta out there. You're like, here, Greta. I'm gonna tell you. You don't like fucking guns? You take this shit. You get up there and you get her like this, and she's gonna like, ah! She's gonna like climb it.
Don't block the Google eyes.
She's gonna like, fuck the climate. Fuck the climate. Seriously, if she got her ass into a 1969 Ford Mustang, am I right? That's the Gone in 60 Seconds. It's a 1969 or 71 Ford Mustang Fastback.
I thought they actually used a 67 GT 500.
No. That was a fucking Nicolas Cage bullshit.
Oh, you're talking about the original?
The real Gone in 60 Seconds.
68 or a 69? Fastback?
Yeah, I get it. Yeah,
Mike, Gillian, I think you're right. I do want to try the Luth AR Chubby Grip on there. I just have to get authorization because I'm like on a no-fly zone right now.
Holy shit! It was actually a yellow 1973 Ford Mustang that appeared in the original 1974 film Gone in 60 Seconds by H.B. Hillicky. They beat the fuck out of that car.
I know, I've seen it. Sub-comment, nope, nothing connected to the internet is safe, says Mr. 27. Then Scourge, fire on E3 and watch Strange Brew again.
You know what, Eric? Do you think we could get away with doing like a Mystery Science Theater 3000 type thing with movies?
With movies?
Yeah, you're like sitting here watching a movie and saying stupid shit about the movies.
If we took, hey, we've had chairs sitting here. You could almost do the exact same thing. We'd have, I don't even know.
Hey, dude, the reviews are already an hour long. The reviews are already an hour long.
Okay. Redneck, I asked them to add the ability to import a spreadsheet of firearm data. Did you get a response? Redneck, I also asked if they could add the ability to scan the serial number so I don't have to type it. See, I'm not sure how... If I showed you the serial numbers on some of the Smith & Wesson revolvers, it was literally done by a guy, and it's like they're not all in a line. There's some of the new ones that have been laser etched in the...
There's something wrong with it. I mean, they're like if you took that prop, they'd be like, they look like a set of deflated fucking.
That's why I'd be there for. I would. Smart or Redneck. What I did on some of them, especially the more expensive, unreplaceable guns in the collection, you can add 3 pictures. So I did both sides of the gun and then a close-up of the serial numbers. So if there was a question, Sharky, there it is for you.
You know what? That looks like a child. I'm sorry. I mean, she's probably of age, but barely.
Redneck. It's worth the $9.99 I paid. I paid more at Starbucks for a crappy cup of coffee. No, exactly, and that's why I say, interact with the guy. Let him know. Let's find out if we need to vet this guy. He seems like he cares about God, country, and guns. So
who is that?
The guy that made the app.
Oh,
he has a whole thing about how he is all about internet security. He is believes in God, and the Second Amendment is as important to him as anything else. And I was like,
Smile money. You know,
Hey, Eric,
those
when do
people.
we get F-15s, by the way?
I got a couple on order.
Smile money says, you know, the people that turned in people for owning guns. I wonder if today they would have an app for that and encourage social media influencers to encourage people that use the new wonderful app. Well,
Yeah, it's called YouTube.
Yeah, of course, my money.
It's called YouTube.
I agree. Nice slippers.
It's called YouTube, Eric. The social media influencers are turning you in all the time for fucking that kind of shit on YouTube.
I appealed them deleting the other channel, and still to this moment in time, they have not gotten back to me on my appeal.
They're not going to.
Redneck, the app works, so we know the government didn't make it.
Hey, that
Give that one a thumbs up, too.
That is probably more proof.
of global warming than anything else right now. No, I haven't actually shown him the app, but when you sign in, you can add a new gun, blah blah blah, and there's my vault. Like for instance, what's true and dear to me, everything can go, but these better not. I can show you a list of just things chambered in 10 millimeter. And then if you want, okay, what? Eric, holy shit, when did you get that? Yeah, I know. And then if you want, you can click on images, and I took both sides of it. Serial number. You can put in the date of purchase, but I do not know that. Moving forward, I can. Value, and then you put a value in. And if there was something that I didn't know,
Randomly, you should put a picture of your dick in there. And it would probably be a 10 millimeter anyways. That joke's lost on him.
and then of course, in this particular scenario, that gun belongs to Christine, so I put, I put that in notes that it's Christine's gun.
What if you put it Christine? What if you know another Chris?
You know, here's, okay, touche. I happen to have a Christopher gun in storage. Actually, now that you mention it.
So why don't you put, no, fuck that. Christopher gets Chris. No, wait. Which one's more important, Christine or Christopher? This is a litmus test here. If you have Christopher under Chris's name, now unless Chris is what you call Christine all the time, and that's her pet name.
Oh, no, I put his full thing in there. The Christopher storage.
He doesn't get a pet name. Fuck you, Christopher.
Oh, that one does not have a, I have to add the actual price of the firearm in there. No, if you're out there in Never Land and you think that the government is getting into everything, don't use this app. Me personally, I adore it right now.
Are you fully inventory now?
Just guns. I can add ammo, and you know what's really cool? You can put the whole inventory of ammunition in here,
And accessories.
and then when you go shooting, I can put in what gun I used, the ammo that I used, and when I'm all done, I can select yes or no. Do I want it taken off of the inventory? So if I went out and shot 300 rounds of 9mm, and I had 600 rounds of 9mm when I got home, it would tell me there was only 300 rounds left. And that was the part of this whole thing that you had to buy. You could put in all the guns you wanted, but if you wanted to be able to add ammo and accessories and the shooting, and
You can add malfunction so you can repair the gun. You have a so when that's resolved, you can cancel it out.
Yep. I paid $9.99 for all of the extra features one time forever.
Dude is selling himself short.
That's what I thought. And like I said,
If I had guns, If I had guns, I would do that. Maybe I should do that with tools. Eric, did you see the picture?
Use the app for that.
Did you see the picture? Did you see the picture of the stacks?
Yes. Like,
I don't know how the fuck that shit all fit in a truck.
that's what Greg was asking me. He goes, what the fuck did the inside of his truck look like? And I'm like, I think if you push real hard, you get the door to shut, and it would push a Milwaukee pack out back.
If I didn't have all the shit sitting in the center, I could access every tool within a couple seconds. But the problem was I'd get shit built up in there, so I wouldn't take the time to throw it out.
So is the new van more room in the center? And you have access to boxes on the outside?
I had access to boxes on the outside, but they wouldn't have fit the pack outs. But the inside compartment was big enough where I could put the pack outs down the side of it, and I could still use the full width of the door all the way up for doors. But
I don't even understand.
Nope, don't even say it.
I mean,
Nope.
They could have put a Briggs & Stratton under the hood, for God's sakes, in comparison to what was under there. Who even builds a vehicle like that?
It was originally a box truck that got rear-ended. And when you have a box truck, you can only put so many fucking packages in it. So much weight in it.
Well, it's not like you're going to fill it full of steel balls and mercury. Liquid. I'm delivering liquid mercury. And
fuck that. We're not, what did I say, Eric?
I know. So I'm going with one. If I can only pick one, I'm going straight down the middle.
Depends on which one has the best bush. Honestly, I'm kind of a bush guy, you know.
70s porn.
No, not quite 70s.
When she's in a swimsuit, it looks like she's got a jock strap on.
She's carrying a small dog in there.
Like, well, I can guarantee you, there's a little bush there.
A little bit.
Okay, I got it. I really seriously. Poco says first for the party. Then Redneck says you have the bingo board and viewers call the number B3, just like now. Each one that gets on the board gets the name of the drawing. Anyone who completes a bingo gets an extra naked in the drawing. The problem is, I guess you're right. I know. Like, for instance, under the B, I don't know what to do with this. This was thrown into my lap, and it seems like it's taxing my brain. Okay. Wow, look at all the sub-comments. Redneck says, is there a cure for dog farts? My dog is toxic. Hector says, if you find one, let me know. My kittens have been putting out fart storm as of late. Clyde says, raw or cooked beets, just not pickled. Hector says, give it a try, I guess. Clyde says, supposed to work. It helps cats pass hairballs through their system. Redneck says, my cat farted once when I picked her up. I thought I was going to die. Christine used to laugh. I took Shelby once and I picked her up and I threw her onto my shoulder, and as soon as she hit my shoulder, she ripped like the drapes moved.
Oh, so Saturday, I'm taking a nap, I'm having a shit day, I'm taking a nap, and I wake up to screaming downstairs. And I don't know what the fuck's going on, so I go running downstairs, and there's the wife laying on the ground with one of the dogs like this, with her hands on the dog's head, screaming bloody murder, and the other one has basically grabbed the other dog by the right side of the head. Not hard, because the Staffordshire Terrier could just grab it by the head and basically probably crush its skull.
What were the dogs involved?
Casey the Black Lab, Trixie the Staffy, and Abby the Pit Mix. Abby kind of got in the mix after everything started.
Get riled up.
Join the party.
Casey gets kind of bitchy, and I think Trixie kind of reacted to that. Well, I go down there, and she's not really like full bite. She's just got like the front teeth on her, a very light latch on her, like, you know, fuck you, but they don't let go. And so I come up and I tackle Trixie, and I put my thumbs I basically shove my thumbs right here into the back of her jaw, trying to apply enough pressure to get her to convince her to let go. And finally the wife lets go, or the dog lets go, and the wife's sitting there, and Casey gets backed up, and the wife's like, ah, and there's blood dripping off the wife's hand. And I'm holding on to the dog, screaming at the kid, trying to get him to get the little dogs out of there, because if Henry got involved, Henry would bite everything and not let go, and then Henry'd get bit.
This was addressed to insert joke here.
And then the smell of dog shit hit, and I started throwing up on things.
Okay.
It's just a plain sling. It is just a plain sling.
Well, that's just it.
That would actually look good on Matt's retro style wood.
That. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Somebody is home. Well, that's the question. Is I made the comment that Matt needs a sling for his retro. Is that what this is
that
for?
That would look really good on there. That would. The only way it would look better is if they had little wood buckles on it. But this would be.
Now
if this was meant for Matt's retro build, this is absolutely the perfect item.
I gotta double check because Matt has this loop on the back, and then I have an adapter that will go into the Boyd's. No, he has the original loop on the front, and he has just the hole in the back. But I have one of the things that you press the button, it clips into the little hole.
But it looks like this.
And when you're done, it'll look like that.
That's fine. That'd be just fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be very classy, very functional.
Maybe that is for Matt. I don't know. That's the last one.
Whoever came up with this for Matt, this is an excellent choice. Gotta say, I wouldn't have poured that much if I were you. I poured a shot's worth, man. That's all we were supposed to do.
Oh, sorry. And I'm the overachiever at that party. Another sub comment, back to Redneck from Hector. These kittens could melt ceramic tile. And last in is from you, being him. Well, I don't know a cure for dog farts, but I do know there is something that will help if your dog is eating its own face.
Feces.
Oh, feces.
Sorry.
That last one was wet.
Feces. I heard once that if you sprinkle seasoned salt on your dog's food, it makes their feces unpalatable. I told that to someone, and they asked if I had tried it, and I said, yes, my dog's shit tastes terrible. Redneck skip lunch. That's crazy talk. That's the most important meal after breakfast and before dinner.
You know the best part of this shit is making you read this shit.
I know. And
you should sprinkle some fucking seasoned salt on my fucking comments when it make it more palatable.
I need to bring up the size because this is a different browser and it's kind of like.
Do they have? Hey Eric, you should just put the comments on the TV and the brew babes on there.
Redneck says, package for Captain? Hell yeah. Open the fucking, or fucker up? Open the fucker up. Hector, Dick Nozzle, laugh out loud. Great news. I have another client paying me to draw another car. Gasland's car this time, like my die-cast builds, my favorite thing is to do. I'll send you a copy in an email when they're done.
I would like to see that.
Miles, wait, you drive cars? I haven't. You have my attention, Mr. Cat.
Yeah, did you see the one he did for me?
I don't remember where I saved it now. I'll have to show you. He did a Eleanor
Mustang for me, but in my color scheme, which the original car would have been.
Where do you send it to you at?
I don't have it on here. Sent it in the form of an email. 'Cause he does all this shit on with paint.
Oh, cool. Very nice.
So it'd be really cool, Hector, is if you took this and then you signed it, framed it, and sent it to me. And then I would feel obligated to send you something. Maybe I should just give them both of those. A little outside of the normal scale, but again, they're not a collectible item to me. So turn them into something different if you want. Like Gaslands. If you Gasland one of those, I think that'd be pretty badass.
What is Gasland?
Kind of like Mad Max.
Okay.
Mad Max, that bitch. You know, you took something and you turned it into something that you knew could defend yourself with.
Then he says, Miles, I can draw anything. And Miles says, I'll send you a picture of my penis. And then Hector says, I can't wait to see it. And then Hector says, oh my God! Okay. Next, what the fuck is the deal with the sub-comments?
Yeah, if I can read the constant
Smile Money. I have an idiot scratch on my 1911. I also have a dent in the ceiling from the guide rod plug slipping past my thumb like a rocket.
That's, for me, it's things have shot off that back. Well, yeah, Smile Money, been there, done that. See, I don't give a shit if there is an idiot scratch, but when, I mean, I can show you the oldest 1911 that I have owned.
Is it a 1910?
It's so old, it's a 1910, chambered in 44 ACP.
43.
43 ACP. And I don't have an idiot scratch on it. And it's a 1911 that I have had apart every time I shoot it, because I can't leave it dirty. There's no idiot scratch on it. And then I start getting some of these, like, over-the-top 1911s, and the Kimber had an idiot scratch on the 10 millimeter, the stainless had an idiot scratch on it. The frickin' Delta Elite has an idiot scratch on it. I can't remember if there's one on the laser aim or not, but someone sent me a device to make sure that it doesn't happen, and I have no ego. I would rather not put an idiot scratch if I can avoid it. The Delta, I can understand how someone got an idiot scratch in that. I have to, when I put it back together, I actually put some clear tape, and I had to use my plastic pry tool to get the plunger out of the way. It is so stiff. I mean, I don't think the gun has really been used much. I think I've probably put more rounds through it than have been through it since the early 80s.
Clyde, these are all sub-comments. If you don't own a 1911 with an idiot scratch, you're just not trying hard enough. Cobra says, any basement pop holes?
Are you asking me? No, there is no basement pop holes down here.
I tell you what, this is the safest place I feel in the world. Eric could literally point a loaded firearm at me with the safety off, and I got no problems.
if we come to that point, there might be a problem.
Okay, well, here's the difference. I know if you're fucking around.
Yeah, but I'd still not ever aim a gun at you.
And see, there it is. It ain't gonna.
Now again, with Matt, and he freaks out all the time. Stop. Because this, just go back where you were. Perspective-wise, this looks bad. In fact, I would miss him by 2 feet.
He'd miss me by 1/4 miles.
1/4 miles. But it just looks bad. And Matt all the time. I could take a BB gun and get to here, and he goes, "You just mother sweat me." Shut up, you dumbass.
Did you say he muffle swept you?
Oh, these sub-comments are killing me. Miles, that's what the barb on the end is for, so the hand doesn't slip off. Smile money to Cobra. No, I learned gun safety as a child. Jess, this is my one and only 1911. Now, growing up, my grandfather made us use a BB gun shooting gallery in his farmhouse basement. Smile money to you. Something tells me you might not have a 1911, so you just pretend that what is in your hand. In that case, idiot scratches heal themselves. Poco, Matt still want a boat carrier group? Miles subcomment, did you say British Broadcasting Company or something with the same initials?
I see. Me and Matt go back and forth on some gun parts. I had over $200 worth of things on my side of the coin, and I gave him a bolt carrier group for his
soon-to-be Goldfest goodie. Poco, my free bingo cards might work. Okay, Poco, where did you get county from country? The gas stove ban is countrywide. I did not know that.
Yeah, they were. Now, isn't the dude Trumpka Jr. Isn't he related to one of the fucking major labor mafia bosses?
Cobra says G9. G9 is a miss.
Who set up this board? 'Cause it looks like fucking it's.
I did.
It's a good one.
Well, I hope nobody saves boards, but everything, if I could.
What?
It was like last time. It was probably there. No, it's there. That's there. That's there. That's there. That's there. You know what I'm. My sister. That's all she's been sending me. I don't give a shit. Turn the lights off. My sister. This remote.
It looks like if you took that freaking lingerie off, she'd like and even out.
Well, I think she's standing cross-legged. She's squeezing the old bush.
She's trying to pinch off a loaf. She's like.
My sister lately is obsessed with sending me, like, it was you could tell it wasn't a real dump truck, but it was still believable, and it's backing up, and it hydraulically lifts, and then through the tailgate of the dump truck comes a hand and goes like this. She has been obsessed with sending me videos where the end result is like an ice fishing one. The guy showing the lure he's going to use, and the camera goes down under the water. It must have 2 holes drilled, and he puts his hand down in this one, and as he comes up toward the camera, he goes like.
You need to get a video of a chick giving birth, and when she gives the final push, it comes up. Poof.
I gotta find those.
To send to my sister. Cobra, what channel are you posting your motorcycle vids to now?
It's the wrong time of year for motorcycle videos.
Is there anything posted to that channel yet? Nothing. We need to officially start, with my the wife, first starts.
Yeah, my wife, she actually put all the videos. She didn't put the video of you passing her at 120 miles an hour on there. Because she said her dad would be pissed.
Wasn't her.
It was fucking fabulous. I'm laughing my ass off. You can hear me giggling in the video. That
She shouldn't have thrown me down. She's like, well, the motor in mine's twice the size. Go ahead, try to keep up.
Sorry, the space shuttle will be like, hey, fucker, would you slow down?
Vivian may only be 1,200 cc's, but she makes good use of what she has.
Yep.
For a 34-year-old bike.
Mm-hmm.
I walk out to that garage and I'm not apologetic at all. Your bike, between your bike and my bike, some good-looking shit sitting out there.
I need a bigger garage because right now I don't have any room to do anything with tools in it.
All you have is a place for tools. Hey, Eric, Hey, did you see the new tool?
And I still got to put the motor in the snowmobile so I can ride it.
Did you see the new tool? Yeah, before you go ice fishing with Frank.
He's got a snowmobile too now. And he bought a 3-place trailer.
Oh, of course he did. Did he go miles on you? What the fuck? So, someone stop it. Someone gives Miles anything, and by the end of the day, he's got 3 of them.
Start giving me guns and let's see what happens.
Cheap old gun guy. Looks like an awesome app, Gun Track, but I don't trust them. Every time I poise my finger above the buy button, I see the ATF agents drooling. If Trump was in office, I probably wouldn't think twice about it. But in the political climate, no way in hell, just saying. Again, I appreciate that. And I have changed the way I do a few things because I don't believe. I believe that this particular government is against everything that is freedom, and they're doing so much shit right now to make you look over there. Well, they're screwing you over there, or over there. Salty. It is better to be quiet and naked than to speak and not be naked.
Oh, sure. I'll take a little kitty pate.
I was rolling my meat on her crotch.
Mr. 27 sub-comment, is that from the Book of Salty? Smile Money. You might know that many of my long guns are not transferred and logged into the system. One of the reasons I didn't buy them new.
Oh, I have plenty of things that are not on a registry. Actually, now that I think about it, there's a whole pile of shit that isn't even put into the inventory.
Here. So Max will be up here tomorrow, by the way. Until the 23rd.
Is he staying with you?
Nope, he's probably staying at my dad's. He also has his daughter with him, so it's kind of hard to get him over here. I am trying to get him to go to breakfast, so...
I mean, if he is. I believe I have met... I don't know if I've ever met...
Yeah, Max, you met Max because he refused to sell you his...
Yeah, I know I've met that fucking idiot. It's like, Matt's like, well, you should throw that gun and the AR in. And I'm like, I don't... What? I didn't know...
That's Max, though. That is Max, though. He's like... He's always trying to get more than his shit's worth.
I'm like, dude, I showed him a picture. There was one for sale in the cities that was pristine.
Aren't you glad you didn't get a... What do we call that thing now?
The Radiant?
Yeah, the Radiant.
I'd still be happy to own one of those. If I was just going to go for a little bomber ride?
Yeah, I honestly would. It was actually a fun bike just to go bombing on.
I mean...
Obama hang on.
I'm the last one that drove it, for Christ's sakes. Sam goes...
There's a KZ650 up in Hibbing for like... They want $1,500, a paint shot. Ain't been running 10 years. And it's like, dude, I'd give you like $300 for that thing.
No shit. Oh, God, I love cover else. No,
They don't cover much.
What I hit, like 120 crossing the Bong Bridge on the Radiant.
Yeah, that fucker flew.
And Sam goes, well, wait a second. You did 120? I've never had it over 98. And she goes, obviously I'm underachieving. And I go, shit, I wish I wouldn't have said anything to her. 120, it was still, that wasn't wound out.
Yeah.
I think top speed for that is close to 140.
Yeah. My dad had a KZ900. The 76, it was not a Z1, but he had the KZ900. And I took that thing from 27th to 40th, and by the time I hit the ore docks, I was pulling 140 plus miles an hour. That fucking bike. I want a KZ1000 and a KZ650. Late 70s. KZ1000 late and KZ650 because I love the tail. I love the side covers. They are.
I still want a CBX.
I almost bought that CBX.
One of the late models that had the more sporty fairing.
I could have bought that too if the wife would have fucking not would have signed off on. Now I have a motorhome and a trailer again.
I've also always wanted a 900 Eliminator. Or the Kawasaki Spectra.
Spectra, I've never seen.
That was the bike that they tried to come out with to retaliate Yamaha's
Spectre, you mean?
yeah.
Okay, yeah. It basically looks like a freaking LTD.
They made it in a 750 or an 1100. And they had a 750 for sale, brand new, and I went down and they told me that my credit wasn't good enough to get it. And I went up to RJ's and I bought the very first Yamaha Vision that I had.
So when I was in Germany, I bought one of these from a guy who couldn't get his motorcycle license and he lost the keys and the battery was bad. I got it for $15 in 2000. I fucked up by trading that. Well, I didn't fuck up by trading that bike for $1,000 off my Trans Am. I put $200 into it. I went down to, it's by Ramstein Air Force Base, so I think Kaiserslautern. And I literally went into the German Kawasaki dealership, and between his broken English and my broken German, I was able to order all the parts I needed. You want to know what kind of an experience that is in life to be able to do that shit? That was one of the coolest things I think I ever did over there. Was I actually went and got the parts and got it running and got my license in Germany. You only get one chance, Eric. You get one chance to get your USAREC motorcycle license, then they don't let you get it. Try again, even.
Jolson, over here at the Druckle channel, we need more cowbell.
Do we need more or less cowbell?
We need no cowbell. Mr. 27 says 51st, and he says hi, bro.
Does he actually count that shit?
Then who?
Mr. Joseph, Mr. 27.
I hope not. Then he says, Multi-Gunman is where are you at? Sharky says, cheers all. Now that's a proper standard capacity magazine in the AR. Hey Matt, damn, it's gonna be a long one. Maybe. Sharky, like Ricky Gravis said,
Gervais.
just
Ricky
because you're offended doesn't mean you're right. Then he says, "Psst, guess what? 11.43 millimeter by 23 millimeter is." Sharky then says,
I4.
I4 is a hit. And this one will be closing soon. Sharky SH.
Hang on a second, Eric.
Found
Hang on.
Outro Babe Robbery.
It's 262.89.
Last comment. Oh, still an hour. It's not bad. Jay says, well, hold on. While your FFL transfer was recorded on your 4473, that stays with the FFL. Technically, the ATF can only come on and look at those during your inspection. Well, why then is... I mean, I'll read on. He's got a lot more. But if it only exists in one little spot,
then how are these sheriffs and these ATF fuckers, who all should be terminated forever, how are they showing up at people's houses and wanting to see the last 3 things you purchased? I mean, does that mean
They don't even
the
know what you
FFL
purchased.
gave it up?
They don't know what you purchased. Now, what I would suspect, Eric, is okay, so you're an FFL, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm the ATF that says, hey, I'm coming for an inspection. I start going through paper, I'm like, Eric Bomey. He's bought 4 firearms in the last month. What the fuck's he doing with 4 firearms?
That's 4 isn't.
And so
4 in a month is so far off.
just 4 last week. 4 yesterday.
No, last week. That's
And 4 last week. Huh. So they're looking for that. It's like looking for a structured deposit into a bank account. So, all right.
No, are you
And
saying if they come to me, they're like writing enough of this information down then to go ask
No.
the guy that...
Nope, they're coming to you and they're flipping through the paper and they're going, okay. And they're looking for names. They're looking for not for a name in the sense of they're looking for Eric Bomey. But they see Eric Bomey and your name pops up 4 times, 16 times in a month. That to them, and it isn't that they're looking at you as suspicious, but this is a pattern that has occurred with other people that have been a problem. That have been a problem. So they look and they go, okay. Now maybe after the first time they look up your background like, this guy here is so fucking clean, we could eat off him. The other guy's like, yeah, I'm gay, I'll eat off Eric. And they're like, okay, so really Eric, well, he's got this YouTube channel where he says fuck Joe Biden. The other guy's like, yeah, fuck Joe Biden. This time he's like, fuck Joe Biden. And he's like, yep, we're done. He bit my buddy on duty, we're good to go. But then the next guy comes along and he's like, Eric, he's got a YouTube channel and he says fuck Joe Biden and I'd like to fuck Joe Biden. Let's go get this guy. Let's go harass him. Yep.
Okay, on that note, can I finish?
No.
Where did I leave off? They are not supposed to make any kind of a copy of them unless there is an issue with the specific 4473. The omit time, they can make copies of the 4473 as they are already have your name as part of an ongoing investigation. Now the fucking ATF breaks this law all the time and makes illegal copies of the 4473. This is why you make sure to video them whenever they are on your property. Oh, I will, but I will be... hold on a second. I'm going to shut the door and I'm going to go upstairs and I'm going to put on my tack vest and I'm going to sling Alice over my shoulder.
No, what you need to do is you need to put on a tactical fucking bikini. With a
like that girl had.
Yeah, exactly.
My
And
nipple guards.
You walk down with a tactical bikini with just fucking... with just the ballistic plates covering this and your gut. And you walk... In fact, you walk down with a tactical fucking bikini on where it's just got a little fucking triangular plate down here.
You need
Little triangular, little ceramic cup on.
Okay. You have a rating in your mind for this?
It was all right. It didn't really have cranberry in it.
I'm kind of in the 8 on this one.
I'm in a 7.
It's still very...
What was your alcohol?
6.8.
6.3.
Damn it! I should have stuck with 6.5.
You'd still be too high with... you still have been gone over the limit.
One step over the line, sweet Jesus. Okay, I'm gonna finish this probably with something.
Food. Food would be advisable.
Food. My omelet at 8:30 this morning is giving it up. But I had the hash, or the Mexican hash from Katie's.
Ish. Fuck, I wouldn't eat at Katie's again if you fucking bought food for me.
Which one did you go to? One on Tower?
Yeah.
Really?
I went in there, I ordered steak and eggs, and it came out looking like a fucking... gray goddamn fucking chunk of leather.
Well, I've never had that, but yeah.
So, hey, Eric, speaking of breakfast, is it Big Daddy's if I can get my brother to go, or the Social House?
Social House.
Is it the Social House?
Or both. I don't care.
The fucking
Big Daddy.
breakfast
Big Daddy.
crawl.
I think break Big Daddy's.
Breakfast crawl, gentlemen. We need to do a breakfast crawl.
I only lean towards the Social House because the food's really good and they got a Bloody Mary bar on Saturday morning.
Eric, breakfast crawl. Breakfast crawl.
Only you could do that.
That would be, you know what they do? These
When your plate shows up at Big Daddy's and I was like, oh my fucking God.
There was
no
one.
way.
There was the one time we went in to eat, and the little old lady across the aisle goes, "Are you going to eat all that?" I'm like, I look over, and I'm like, first time, and then I proceed to eat the entire plate. And I proceed to eat out Granny.
Okay, that's disturbing.
Rich Huff.
Only one in the club is Rich. Saying cheers, clubbers. Whoops.
Cheers, Rich.
And now we have.
Wait. Rich Huff.
I don't know why he added shit. Okay. Boom. Okay. Cheers. And now I'm gonna go upstairs and explain to Christine that Miles is here.
She doesn't need
Just kidding.
explanation or even to be told.
Just